Hey guys, this is Abong. I want to thank you for taking a second to watch this video. Now look, I want to share with you a quick message and note about the importance of keeping your peace, being in a place of peace, and not making decisions based on emotion, not making decisions based on how everything is swirling around you, and also being mindful of the people that come into your life who bring their emergencies and try to make their emergencies your own. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, if you're watching this video, there's a very good chance that you recently are familiar with the U.S. presidential election, which was contentious, which was a very difficult and long election cycle, as most people realize. And I'm not here to talk about that. But if you're seeing what's happening now as the afterthought or the aftermath of what's happening, there's this continuous negativity out there from a wide range of sources. And again, I don't really care. I'm not here to talk about that or pick one side or the other. That's not my business. It's never been my message or my mission. But if you're not careful, what will happen is you'll start hearing all this information on a regular basis, and it will start to alarm your spirit. It'll start to disrupt your path and your pattern. It'll start to disrupt your mission and what you're doing and your actions as a result. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it's very simple. Our brains, our bodies were not made to absorb copious amounts of negative information. That's the reason why we have the fight or flight mechanism. Now, it's called the amygdala, the reptilian part of your brain, which is your fight or flight. So if bad things happen, we have to make a quick decision because that could be the end of our lives and our genetic material as it sits. Do you get that? So that hasn't necessarily changed over thousands of years, but what has changed is the type of stimulus that we're getting, the type of information that we're getting. So when you watch television, you watch the news is not meant to be consumed over a several-hour period. It's meant to get nitpicks, little nuggets of information, 15, 20 minutes here and there to see what's going on in the world as it sits. It's not meant to be watched and consumed for 3 hours, 4 hours for most of your day. What ends up happening is it affects yourself emotionally, psychologically, and what you do. And the other thing, too, I want to add to that is there are some people in your life who are going to be alarmists. Now, what do I mean by alarmists? Those are people majority of things that happen to them, they tend to be the worst ever. They use words like, this is the worst ever. They use words that are to the extreme. I can't believe this happened to me. That guy was horrible. In reality, the words they're using don't necessarily match or fit with the situation that they're going through, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's why it's very important to be mindful of the words you use, because again, that starts to create the engine of the world you live in. Now, the main thing that's really important is that you have to make sure you keep your mind and keep your peace as you live your life, because again, you got mouths to feed, you have households to take care of, you have emotionally, spiritually, and mental things that are important for you that you have to be aware of and take care of. And it's very difficult for you to continue on your path of greatness if you're being inundated with things that are negative, if you're being inundated with continuous negativity spewing from all walks of life from all people. You have to literally guard your mind like a garden. I say that a lot for a reason. Another analogy could be if you have a home, it's like having a home with no windows and no doors. And any rodent, any animal, any person can walk in and eat your food and take residence and then leave when they want to. We do that for our homes. We guard our homes and guard our cars, but we don't guard our minds as a result. And that's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not telling you to pick a side or one side or the other. I'm not going into that. What I am saying is you want to pick the side of your mind to make sure you have a sense of peace so you can make decisions that make sense. The people who I've noticed in my experience, the people who do well in life, the people who are able to change lives and live a life of greatness and provide lots of substance to their community and to their environment are those who are in a place of peace. You can't walk around and make good and adequate decisions when your head's all off kilter and is rolling around and everybody's running around with their heads chopped off. And if you notice, the people who are always calm are the ones that people end up following, because the initial intention, the initial thought that we should take is a fight or flight. But those who are calm are the ones who end up leading. And that's all I want from you. So again, this is supposed to be a quick message. It went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but again, the whole purpose, this is really important because of what's happening right now in the political landscape, but also in your life. You know, whether the economy is good or bad, stay in a place of peace so you can make decisions that make sense and benefit you and benefit your family. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you soon.